Mic testing. One, two, three. 1 2 3. 1 2 1 2 6. 1 2 1 1 5 9 6 7 8 35 21 42. Next in line. Yo, let me stop being a fool, y'all. Like, I actually really, 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 really missed y'all. But hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of In a World of NPCs. I am your host, Matthew. Today, we do not have Anaya. You know, if I had a sad, if I had a sad track for y'all right now, trust, it'd be playing. But let's give it a moment of silence because we always miss the OG. Right. You know, had to give a real good moment of silence for the OG. Miss her, OD. But I needed to actually come back on here because I have not seen y'all in about a year now. The last time I think you guys have heard from me was during our New Year special of 2024. Well, welcome to 2025, y'all. How are you? How are you? I hope you're doing very well in 2025. All right, let me really stop playing, y'all. Let's let's get a little serious here. I want you guys to take a deep breath with me. Let's take one in and let it out. There has been a lot that has been going on, especially since 2024. And I personally am sorry that me and Naya haven't been here to really actually lead y'all for real. Like, I know y'all was led astray. I know y'all was in darkness for about a year. And trust, you're not the only ones. I personally have been thrown left and right and right and left and left and right since the beginning of 2024. But thankfully, we have all survived it and are now in 2025. Thankfully, I'm still here. Thankfully, I'm still in school. You know, we're we're actually a junior now. So I think the last time I spoke to you, I was a sophomore, and yeah, I was a sophomore in my second semester. Yeah, I was in my second semester of sophomore year. Um, and now I'm in my second semester of junior year. And we're talking again. Um, a lot has changed. I know that personally for me, um, my standing with my own self has changed. I know everybody's standing with their own relationships as well has changed. There's a lot of change going on, especially right now. Welcome to January. Welcome to the first month of 2025. This month is kind of really, the themes of this month were kind of just like closings of cycles, illuminations of shadows, really seeing the broken fragments, the broken pieces of ourselves, and really finding ways, finding newer and healthier ways to acknowledge as well as deal with them. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Have I been like actively thrown for 17,000 different loops? And have I been trying to swim? Have I actually been like going really like actually insane? Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Will I read you my journal? Absolutely no. Absolutely no. Absolutely no. Absolutely no. But know that a journal is a very, very, very beneficial way of getting out stress as well as really like just just know nobody's gonna read that. You know, if you need to get a lock for that journal, get a lock for that journal. If you don't, you don't. But trust in your journal, just like I trust in my journal, because there's a lot of scary stories in my journal right now. And will they come to the light of day? Who knows? Maybe. I don't know. But just know they're there. Um, but regardless, I hope all of your Januaries have actually been treating you guys very well. Um, One thing that I know for sure is that it's it's about the end of the month. That's one thing I actually yeah, no, I know that for sure. It's about the end of the month. We have already gotten through one full month of 2025. I wanna just give yourself some grace. Give yourself some props for that. We have legitimately gotten through a full month of 2025 already. You know, yes, is there a man that I personally shall not talk about up in that office that many of us have many of us have very strong opinions on? Yeah. Um but I digress. I said we don't talk about him. We don't talk about him. We don't we don't talk about him because we're not trying to bring him into a safe space. We're not trying to bring him into our healthy space right now. And that brings me to this point. I want to welcome you guys back, especially to In a World of NPCs, period. I want to reintroduce this master. I want to reintroduce this child that me and my co-hosts have, and especially because in this time, I do believe that one, podcasts are extremely valuable. I do believe that being able to speak your own truth and being able to actually vocalize is a gift and it's a blessing, and it's one that I truly want to access, as well as I want to hold a space for people to also access and hear that as well. So what we are going to call this space, I don't know. We'll decide that over time. I think that names come when they're meant to come, but I think it's time for me to just open up the space and really welcome you guys back into it. Um, and I want to thank you guys, especially for those who have been listening since we've been gone and just low-key re-listening to episodes. Um, I want to thank y'all. I want to give y'all a shout out because shout out y'all, shout out y'all, shout out the main characters, shout out the main characters, you know. But pushing on, I do want to really connect back with you guys, especially, and I want to check in. I want to really, really check in actually. Um, when I asked y'all how y'all was doing in the beginning, Yes, that might have been a little bit sarcastic, but I truly do mean it. I want you guys to take the time to really check in with yourselves, ask yourselves how you're doing, and yes, I know like you're going to you're everybody's going to yell at me and they going to be like, "Well, I'm going to do XYZ and I need help. I need all this. I. This is why we took a breath in the beginning. Let's do it again. Breathe in, breathe out. Really check in with yourself. And what I mean by really check in with yourself is one of my closest shout out Steph. Shout out Steph. Shout out Steph. Shout out Steph. One of my closest, one of my mentors, she went on a live stream last night and truly this kind of really inspired me to actually get back on and speak to you guys. Even though I have been planning it for a while, I've kind of just been sitting on it because I've just been like, you know what? Maybe I need to sit on these truths. Maybe I need to sit on what I'm thinking about. But no, I need to get it out to y'all. And I promise I'm going to get it out to y'all a lot more. But Steph kind of dropped this gem and it kind of like really changed my way of perspective and my way of thinking recently. But in this particular time that we're in, especially with the fact of the matter that everything is kind of just all of our shadows are really popping up. All of the really like grimy, moldy kind of energy that has been like dormant is really starting to come up and really starting to be shown. And it's really up to us personally to start scrubbing it. However, the one thing that Steph was kind of speaking about was that in this time particularly, the one thing that we can truly do to really even fight back against the system itself is to just truly be well. And what we mean by well is well in your soul, well in your mind, well in your body, to be feeding yourself well, to be intaking material, knowledge, food that is going to actually feed your system and not strip it and not make you desensitized to what is going on in the world, especially because you cannot trick a person that is well. You cannot trick a healthy person, especially one that is healthy within their mind, healthy within their body, and healthy within their spirit. They can know immediately. They will know immediately when something's not right. They will know immediately when something is completely shifting. And this is the thing with my sisters that be knowing, my girlies that be knowing, the brothers that be knowing. Like like to truly tap into your body and to truly understand your body is to truly understand the implications of this physical realm. And once you understand the implications of this physical realm, you also know how to maneuver within it. You know how to maneuver when you're in spaces that aren't extremely favorable to your vibration and also spaces that are. So let's focus on being well. And what I mean by let's focus on being well, I also want to take the time to really point this out too. I don't believe that us as a people should be allowing ourselves to compromise to receive the things that we want in life. And what I mean by this is I don't think that any of us should be compromising any part of our beings, any part of who we are, any part of our morals or any part of our beliefs to abide to a system. Yes, and don't get me wrong, like yes, like there's some we low-key do have to abide in some way to survive, but like I also want to challenge you here where in our day-to-day lives, even in the workspace, even in our friendships and everything, why are we why are we choosing to compromise? And I'm really asking the question, and I'm not saying this as to say, why are you compromising for them? No, I'm truly asking you to recognize that within yourself and to truly be able to stand on that reason. Why are you choosing to compromise within this relationship? And with what you're compromising, what you're losing, is that helping or hurting you? And as simple as that. Is it helping or hurting you? Truly, is it helping or hurting you? I feel like we kind of need to take our time to really just bring it back to simplistic. Let's bring it back to simplistic. Like when we're dealing with ourselves, yes, we're choosing to dive deeper, we're choosing to really get deep, but I want to take the time to also acknowledge that overstimulation is real. Overstimulation is real. It's it's kind of a killer, I'm not gonna lie. Like it takes a lot. It takes a lot, and it takes a lot to truly just hone into yourself. This is why there's so many different practices within yoga, within meditation, that help you center yourself, that help you remove that overstimulation as well. Even art, like, here's one thing that I'll challenge you guys on. By the next time that we speak, or and this is the thing, you won't know when we next speak. It could be right after this podcast, it could be in another month, you know. But I want to challenge you guys, make some sort of art. I want to challenge you to view art not as a job, especially my artist. I want you to not look at art as a job, but I want you to look at it as a medium of expression. I want you to look at it as a medium that you can express all of your anger, your sadness, your happiness, any of that through. But I will take it a step further. For my artist, I want you to switch your medium. I want you to try something new. I want you to see what that's going to teach you, especially because for me, I'm a multidisciplined artist. One of the best things that I've learned, especially for me, is choosing to use another muscle to give another a break is truly, truly, truly necessary when you're trying to develop one. It's literally like going to the gym. You can't just go to the gym and do like arm day every single day or chest day every single day, because then you're going to kill your body. If you're not replenishing it, if you're not doing anything to help it, then what are you just doing? Killing it. Oh. like, like, oh, I'm sorry. That's tough. But like it's real. Like all you're really doing is just like damaging your body and damaging the muscle. You want The goal of this life is longevity. The goal is to truly find a way to live your longest. And this doesn't mean by just truly living the longest in years. This means by truly, genuinely living long. I want to, for me, as for me, in my experience right now, and from what I've been going through, and what I've kind of been realizing, especially after January, I've been taking the time to really understand desensitization is not a health. I'm not gonna lie, yes, I've known it's not a healthy way of doing things. Yes, we know this. But when you truly really put into perspective how much you desensitize on a regular basis, it really will shock you. And that's kind of what I've been coming to realize. There's a lot that I've been just kind of, there's a lot of my body that I've turned into autopilot. that now I'm coming back to truly realizing and really understanding and processing and using. And now that I've also been using it, this kind of brings me to another point that I kind of wanted to bring up in this pod. It's okay to need multiple things at once. Truly, it is okay. And I really want you guys to take note of that. Like, it's truly okay to be in need of multiple things at once, especially during this time. It's we're kind of we're in winter. Like, girl, I've been on my Game of Thrones. I've been on my Game of Thrones shit recently. You know, you know, winter is coming, guys. We need to buckle down. We need to buckle down, guys. Like, winter is actually coming. Like, it's really scary. Like, and especially I say that to say, like, if you really need to be with people, be with people. If you really need to find like things to do, find things to do. There's, even though it is cold outside, even though it will snow at times, and yes, it can get extremely, extremely, extremely cold, especially if you're from New York. We don't do brick outside. I'm sorry. I say this and I stay in my dorm. But like, even at that, like, what are you finding to do? Like, what's find some interest. Like, I'm gonna challenge you again on this. Find some new interest this 2025. You know, I have some new goals for 2025 myself. My goals are finding faith, consistency, and drive. I'm choosing to use all of these three like it's the holy trinity. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. But truly, what am I having faith in? Where is the consistency with that faith? And then where is the drive that comes from having that faith? You know, or even at that, where's my drive and where can I find consistency within that drive? And then where can I have faith that because of this drive and this consistency, everything will come to fruition? All of my dreams will come to fruition. Let's breathe that in. Let's digest that. Let's take that. I'm that's for me. You know, I'm gonna share that little detail. I'm gonna share that little one. I'm gonna share that little one. Y'all can take that too. Take it. Take it. Take whatever resonates. This is this is my message to you. And I think another I've said this in another pod I feel before, but truly take what resonates. Don't just take things just to believe and be delusional, because peep this, even to be extremely negative is also to be delusional in its own right. So let's not be delusional. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. I'm we left that in 2024. We left cycles in 2024. 2025 is about elevation. It's about moving. We're in the year of 9. It's literally like numerology, guys. Like, the year of 9, it represents new, like, beginning. Actually, no, it doesn't represent new beginnings. I'm sorry, let me stop lying. It represents endings. It represents personal growth, and it represents helping others. um this is the year, truly, and I've said this in one of my posts before, but this is truly the year of connection and community. You cannot, and I really truly mean this, but you cannot just walk around without having, it's not even, you can't walk around without having someone beside you, but truly, this is a season that you can't just walk around and be so far up in your ego, allowing yourself to believe that you don't need anybody. I promise you, you will be one of the first to fall that way. This is the year truly of connections. It's of who you know, why you know them, and what you bring to the table. Why do you bring these things to the table, and how can you help another person in this time of survival? Like, this is a time of survival. but we need to choose to live. We can't just allow ourselves to continue to stay within survival mode. We left that long time ago. I don't know. Last time I heard survival mode was like literally like mid 2024. I'm so serious. Um but like we can't stay within survival mode, because to stay within survival mode, especially during this time, is to again it's to be unwell. It's to be unwell within the mind, is to be unwell within the body. And to be unwell within the mind or the body upsets the spirit. You know, bringing back this idea of the Holy Trinity, like you can't miss you can't not have one without the other, and you can't miss one without having the other two. Like all three need to be there. It's the same idea of three, six, and nine. Um, you need a base to then find structure around it to then really hone it together. I also just want to give another shout out to the fact of the matter that it is the Lunar New Year and we are in the year of the snake. You know, cut them out. Cut them snakes out immediately, 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 immediately. We don't do that. That's not, they don't belong in our hood no more. But I will say the year of the snake is about wisdom, it's about charm, it's about intuition. And I'm gonna drop another gem that Steph kindly provided y'all with. I'm gonna drop it again. But get yourself some people that actually just be knowing. Like truly get yourself some people that actually just be knowing. And especially during this time, because why wouldn't you want to have a person that just, as soon as they look into another person's eyes, can truly know, oh, you're lying to me, or can truly see the damage that exists within a body, within a person's like soul. And like, I cannot stress this enough. Everybody has their own personal gifts, and especially the same people that I've been talking about, these same people that just be knowing. Am I one of them? Low key. I'm proud of that. Like I'm proud of being one of those people that just know, that just it gets you a person that truly understands their intuition. And I wouldn't say that to, don't use them. Don't just use them, That's not why I'm saying go catch them like they're a Pokemon. Like let's not do that now. Let's please. But I will say, get you somebody that, have somebody like that in your circle, have somebody like that at your round table. I believe that it's necessary for that, because at the end of the day, like let's really talk about it. Like those same people that be knowing, those same spiritually enlightened people were always those same judges, those same um visionaries, those same practitioners, that the same healers that you would go to, or that all of our ancestors would be going to. So let's clock that. Let's bring that back. Let's let's run it back. Let's reintroduce these things. I think 2025 is really a year of reintroducing like old traditions. Let's really look back at old traditions. I think there's something really beneficial about those. Um and whether that mean looking back at them to break them, whether that mean looking back at them to really analyze, use, and evolve with them. Like see what that means for you. But being in the year of this snake, this is also meaning one thing, and one piece of, I have two pieces of advice for you guys actually before I choose to wrap this up. But one of the pieces of advice that I have for you is that being in the year of the snake, it truly means to sit before you strike. And what I mean by sit before you strike is to truly sit within your being before taking that step, before taking that action, before taking that jump, you know, truly sit within your being. And this is why I guess I have three pieces of advice for you. Like, one of the main things that I've been writing on since 2025 actually began is confirmation is confirmation, and trust it. Trust it. So, in sitting, when you get that confirmation to move, move. There's a reason why you needed to move. There's a reason why you needed to act. There's a reason why you needed to jump. Do it. If you feel it, do it. If you, it's the same reason why I even feel called to share, just like I feel called to share. If you feel called to get up and share who you are, share some piece of your knowledge, share some piece of your wisdom, share some piece of your being, do it. Just do it. If whatever confirmation is for you, trust that confirmation when it comes and act upon that when it comes. We are now going into February. I don't know if I already said this, but I really want to, let's congratulate ourselves for getting through the first month of 2025, please. Like there's been, as I said, there's been a lot of craziness going on, but like we've we've made it somehow. We've actually made it somehow. With that being said, February is a new month. It's this, the energy of February for me at least is kind of really guiding me to start new things. It's kind of taking, it's leading me to take new risks. It's also leading me to understand and feel my body in new ways. And especially I say feel my body in new ways because I'm understanding what it means to also connect to the world as well as the people around me. Like, how am I learning my own body to also learn others? How am I learning how I react to things and what makes me feel tense, what makes me feel angry, and how I can learn to not mask my triggers, but to release my triggers and to release the energy that gets brought up and held by my triggers. Um, it's a new month. I think that take your time. One thing that even my mommy has been like telling me, and I love my mommy truly. I miss her real bad. I want to go see her. I need to make the plan to go see her. But besides the point, um take your time, like truly take your time. This is the year, I'd say this year of all years is the best year to actually take your time and to truly think over your decisions before you actually make them, you know. But besides that, my final piece of advice for you guys before I wrap it up actually is healing is actually based on experience. Healing is like a muscle. To get better at it, you need to do it a lot. Trust it's a process and trust you will get better at it. But another piece that I've gotten from a book is you can truly be in full control of your life only if you can acknowledge the reality of your body in all its visceral dimensions. This is from The Body Keeps the Score. Y'all, tap into that book, especially because it teaches you a lot about how the body can hold any type of trauma, regardless of what it is. But before I drop like all my gems on y'all for real, I don't need to be dropping all my gems on y'all. As much as like I know, as much as I haven't been here, as much as I haven't been here, as much as I've been pulling like a Corey Kinshin and haven't been here for a year. Let me stop. He's that's one of my YouTubers for real. But I truly, truly, truly want to take the time to thank you guys for listening. I truly want to say I'm grateful for each and every single one of you. I'm grateful for the lives that you guys hold, the weight that you guys hold on this world. Don't ever forget your worth. Truly, don't ever forget your worth, especially not during this time. And as we said before, the most realist act that you can do to combat this time is to just be well within yourself, to be well, to love one another, and to truly share with one another. Make sure, like, we cannot have the person next to us in lack, especially if we're overflowing. We can't have that. We need to truly feed each other. We need to balance each other out because we need to rise against. And with that, I kind of close it out. Aw, I'm gonna miss you guys. But until next time, this was your host, Matthew. Thank you guys so much for tuning into In a World of NPCs. I hope to see you next time. Please do turn on your notification bells so that you can get post notifications anytime any of us, anytime I or Anaya or both of us post an episode. And with that, I wish you guys the best February. I hope that you guys take your time. And as I said, let's breathe. Let's breathe in and let's breathe out. Much love to you guys. It's been real, and I will see you guys later. Don't forget about me now. Trust. I definitely will be seeing you guys later.